Hi, I'm Dr. Manning. I understand Phoebe's experiencing some hearing loss?
Yeah, we were headed to cheer on the runners. She was skipping ahead. A semi started backing up. I was screaming and she couldn't hear me. A few seconds later.
What?
I don't want to think about it. It's okay, sweetie.
Can you hear that, Phoebe?
Not really.
How about now?
Sorta. A little.
Okay. Her hearing is diminished on the right side and nearly absent on the left. Does she have any prior history of head trauma or hearing loss?
No, not that I can think of. I mean, there have been a few times where I've had to call her more than once within this last few months, but nothing like this.
Okay. Well, I'd like to order a head CT just so we can figure out what's going on, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Wait. Are you gonna fix my ears?
I'm sure gonna try. Be back shortly. Sorry it's taking
I
so...
want to call Daddy.
I told you.
Is everything okay?
When can I call him?
He's traveling, Phoebes. You know that.
I want to go home.
Hey, Phoebe. I promise this CT is not gonna hurt, okay? It's just like getting your picture taken. But in the meantime, will you do me a favor? Can you color a picture for the doctor's lounge? Yeah? Because of the marathon, the hospital is way busier than usual, but it shouldn't be too much longer.
Okay.
Do you mind if we speak for a moment?
Sure.
Great.
Hey, I'll be right outside, okay, sweetie?
So you indicated in Phoebe's chart that her father was deceased. I'm wondering why she would want to call him.
David had a massive coronary and died a few months ago. I haven't had the heart to tell her.
I'm so sorry.
He was away on business. I feel awful for lying, but I just know that she'll be crushed, and I don't know how to break it to her.
Yeah, well, we have a really great doctor that may be able to help with that. But in the meantime, just hang in there. We'll get Phoebe up to CT soon, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Miss Caspin?
Yes?
I'm Dr. Charles. This is Dr. Reese.
Nice to meet you.
Dr. Manning mentioned that you were struggling with how to break the news of your husband's death to your daughter.
Oh, yes.
We were thinking if we all sat down, we might be able to help you come up with a plan of how to best discuss this with Phoebe.
You know, I really appreciate your trying to help, but the timing is just all wrong. Phoebe is scared enough just being here. I can't add stress to her right now. If you'll excuse me.
I think she's lying to us. The pause before answering, throat clearing, and hand-to-face activity all point to her not being truthful.
Just so you know, all that behavioral cue stuff about how to spot liars, bunch of hooey. Having said that, I think you're absolutely right. She's hiding something.
Dr. Charles, I've been doing a little digging into Phoebe's mother, Michelle Caspin. I can't find anyone in or around Chicago with that name.
Hey, Phoebe's CT results are back. Mom has clearly not given us a full history.
Miss Caspin, is there any other information, anything at all, about Phoebe's medical history that you'd like to share with us?
Not that I can think of.
The reason we ask is that Phoebe's CAT scans revealed several healed skull fractures.
These explain Phoebe's hearing loss. There are also possible indicators of child abuse.
Wait, you think it was me? I would never do anything to hurt Phoebe.
The way this works, Miss Caspin, is that unless you can shine some light on your daughter's injuries, we don't really have any choice but to contact the authorities.
I would never.
You have to understand how we're seeing it from our perspective.
It wasn't me. I lied. I'm divorced. It was my ex. Phoebe would get hurt when she was with him, a lot. A sprained ankle, a broken arm. Too many things to be random.
Did you ever confront him?
I tried, but he has money. He outlawyered me.
So it sounds to me like your ex-husband's still alive.
I felt powerless, so I took her.
You kidnapped your daughter?
I had to. You can't call the police, please. They'll just send Phoebe back, and I don't know what he's gonna do to her. You have to protect my daughter, please. Please.
This woman has given us a false name and admitted to kidnapping her daughter.
But I think she's finally being honest. She is legitimately concerned for her daughter's safety.
Just because she thinks she's telling the truth, doctor, doesn't necessarily mean that she is.
Yeah, but if she is, I'd hate to tear this child away from her mother.
It's not our job to figure out what the truth is. If we suspect abuse, it's our duty to report it and let the proper authorities sort it out.
Hi, can we speak for a moment?
You made the call.
Yes, it is our duty in these types of cases to alert the authorities. Now may be a good time to have a conversation with Phoebe to prepare her. Oh, I'll get that. Well, that's a pretty drawing.
I used to color better.
Yeah, what changed?
I don't know.
Hey, Phoebe, you mind if I take a look at your hands? All right. Now, can you squeeze my fingers as hard as you can?
What are you doing?
Just making sure we haven't missed anything. How about with this hand? Hi. So after I observed the weakness in Phoebe's hand, I ran some tests on the blood work we took, and the results showed an explanation for her hearing loss. She has a genetic condition called osteopetrosis.
What?
It's a bone disease that can cause progressive hearing loss. It also explains the carpal tunnel that's causing weakness in her wrists.
But I don't have it, neither does her father.
It just means that you and her father are both genetic carriers.
Is she gonna be deaf?
Not necessarily. We've had some success in treating the condition with bone marrow transplants.
Okay. What aren't you telling me?
Osteopetrosis makes bones abnormally dense and prone to breakage, which explains her skull fractures. What I'm trying to say is, I don't think she was ever abused.
Oh my God. He didn't hurt her. What have I done? What have I done?
Miss Kasman, I'm Detective Olinsky.
What have I done?